It's how to be close to God always. The true psychology of happiness. How to be close to God always. The true psychology of happiness. Now, people say, I'd love to be close to God always. But I don't know of anybody who believes in God says, I wouldn't like to always be close to God. Or you have people who don't believe in God who say to me, I don't believe in God, but I wish I did. I'm envious of people who have faith. I just don't have that. I wish I did. So people who have it say, sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. And very often people ask for a sign. God, if you're there, give me a sign. Or bad things happen. I say, I pray to God, I've been a good person, and yet I'm having marriage problems. I lost my job. My mother and father died. Where's God? And so they go through. He's not answering my prayers. A lot of people. I remember one time I was giving lessons, spiritual lessons to children in a Sunday school, and one boy said to me, he said, on one-to-one lesson you find out things that you don't find out in the class. He says, well, I don't believe God. I don't believe in God. I said, why? He says, he doesn't answer my prayers, so he must not exist. I said, what do you mean? He says, I always pray to win my baseball game. We haven't won a game yet. I said, well, there's other explanations other than to hear you. Maybe it's just not relevant not to him, or maybe it's good for you to lose. It might be a good thing, or maybe the other team was good for them to win, whatever. Certainly there are aspects that God certainly knows all possibilities. Doesn't mean every single little thing he's pulling the strings on. For instance, I just raised my hand. Well, did God make me do that? No, I just raised it like that. Not everything. He knows all the possibilities. It doesn't mean he's making each little thing happen. Everything's set in motion by God. But it's the psychology of true happiness is to be close to God. Now, if the basis to be close to God is answering your prayer in the way you want, you can't have it. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to win the baseball game every time. So you go, wow. Or you pray for a better job, doesn't happen. So, well, he's not there. Where was God when I needed him? So one thing to be close to God, you have to have this understanding. Even when bad things happen to you, it could be that God is strengthening you. So outwardly, it could look like fire and vengeance, or even like you're being punished. So, God, what did I do wrong? I'm losing this. I'm losing my job. I'm losing my health. I'm losing my parents. I'm losing everything. What did I do? What are you punishing me for? Well, you have to look at it outwardly. It could look like fire and vengeance. But the only proper view to stay close to God is you have to look at it as mercy upon mercy, that God is being merciful to you, that inwardly it's mercy and light. That you're actually being released into greater power. And we're going to talk about the power thought system. We're going to talk about the warrior's power thought, how you're going to welcome the power that you gain from hardship. We're going to talk about that in a little while. But you must have the attitude that the hardship is making you stronger. Because only then can you be thankful to God in adversity. Otherwise, when things go wrong, people curse God. They say, well, it's not there. Like, you're not taking care of me, whatever. So to be close to God, you cannot be close to God unless you're thankful in adversity. It's impossible. Otherwise, things are going good. You've got money. Your loved ones are healthy. Good relationships. Thank you, God. Everybody has that. Everybody. So when things are going well, you're close to God. And as soon as things go wrong, if you're not thankful in adversity, you won't be close. So part of the secret to being close to God is to be thankful in adversity. All things work for good for those who love the Lord. So if you truly believe, then you say, wow, I know this is working for my good. I don't see how, but I believe that. Rejoice during times of tribulation. You cannot achieve closeness to God always. You cannot achieve the true foundation of happiness without that. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible.